Hi everyone, it's me, Moonlight Guidance. I hope you are doing well. This is a reading for you. We're going to have a look and see what's coming through, and this is a safe space where you are always very welcome. Alright, so let's have a look and see what your reading is bringing to you, bringing us, bringing the situation. Let's take a look. Okay, so there's someone that you've been very hopeful about romantically. I see that with the Ten of Cups. I also see it with the Ace of Pentacles. I also see it with the Lovers as well. Like, this is someone that you've been very, very hopeful about romantically for the long-term future. And for your long-term future, you felt incredibly connected to this person, very drawn to this person. You felt like this is your person, right? This is the person that you would choose for life. And you felt so connected to them, so drawn to them, so unbelievably just, you know, like very, very connected to them, and the bond between you both has been so, so strong. And I feel here as well that there's a bit of a yo-yoing energy, okay, a bit of a yo-yoing effect, because we do have here the Devil. Now, the Devil here really represents toxicity, in the sense that this person is sort of under the influence of other people, is under the influence sometimes of maybe even things like alcohol. You know, it makes a person sometimes change their course. And I don't want to, you know, make you feel very like, what's the word? I don't want to be like negative person, but I have to deliver a message when I see it. And for some people, it's magic, you know, black magic that affects a person from making the decisions they would usually make, and they get affected by it, you know, where they feel like there's a thick fog, oh my god, I can't even speak, a thick fog around them, like a veil around them, and then they can't make the decision they would usually make. So that's kind of what magic does. But for some of them, they can be under the influence of things like alcohol or certain substances, and they can also be under the influence of like friends and toxic family members who are saying things like, oh no, you don't need to focus on this area of your life. So it's sort of the sense here of them being influenced. Okay, this is a time where they can be very, very heavily influenced by people. And on top of that as well, they kind of, because of these energies, they kind of just feel like they want validation. You know, they want validation. They want people to like run after them, chase after them. Because of the kind of energy that they are being surrounded by, they feel like, I need validation by people running after me. I need people to chase after me. I need people to do more towards me. So it's this sort of sense of, it's not out of maturity necessarily. It's more so out of like wounded energy. And because they are around people that are very toxic, they take on board some of that energy, where they essentially then are acting in ways that they would as well, right? Where they are not mature enough to kind of handle situations. Instead, they would distance themselves away from you, but expect you to chase after them. They would distance themselves away from you and say maybe things that you don't really like, but then they'll expect you to be the bigger, better person to come and running after them, you know, and for you to chase them, or for you to do everything towards them. So it kind of becomes this sort of sense here of them being around people that are not good for them. It's one of those things, okay? So they will sort of withdraw, and they will expect you to chase them. They will expect you to create balance and harmony in the situation. And that's what I see here, is that they will sort of feel like, where are you going to go? You're wrapped around my finger, like, you're not going to go anywhere. Of course you're going to come running and chasing after me. Of course you're going to be the one that has all the empathy, care, sensitivity, naivety, is that a word? You're going to be this person. You're not going to go anywhere. I can do whatever I want. And it's sad, you know, that's obviously really sad, especially with the Hermit here as well. You know, they will kind of just think like, oh, I'll be, you know, doing my own thing. I'm wanting that validation. I want you to chase me. I want you to, you know, come begging and pleading. And it's mainly out of, again, a mix of those energies of magic and toxic friends and that is making them act in this particular way, okay? And they'll be very comfortable kind of doing that, because they'll feel like, well, where else are you going to go? Which is so stupid. Sorry, I have to say that. It's so stupid that they would think that way, right? And look at that. Stupidity is on the cards today. I tell you, when I say something, the cards literally repeat it, okay? It's so visual, it just is, okay? It just is that way. But the Seven of Swords here shows them acting in just stupidly chaotic ways, okay? I have to say it. It's their actions here and the people that they are around. So, what will happen here? One thing I always recommend in situations like this is, you know, magic removals and things like that. But, you know, it's hard because it's your choice whether you even want to do it for someone else, you know. It's hard enough sometimes deciding whether you even want to do it for yourself, let alone also somebody else. But always, you know, life is one of those things where if you've done a black magic removal and a protection ritual, then you never have to worry about magic again. Magic is one of those really stupid things that people do, you know, as a form of like manipulative control onto a person. And, you know, people just have their own agendas sometimes. They have a lot of ego, they have trauma, you know, and then they want to traumatize others with it, you know. So it's one of those things. It is worth doing a black magic removal and a protection ritual, but it's your choice whether you choose to do one. I do offer it as well. Basically, the removal removes all the magic, and then the protection ritual protects you for life against magic. The removal also does protect you for 3 months, and then within 3 months you can choose to do the protection ritual. But it is something that I would recommend, but it's also something for you to think about because, you know, you have to think about it, right? Like that's what it is. So, and if anyone's ever interested, you know, all of the services I offer are always linked down below on shopmoonlightguidance.com. Everything's linked there. There's thousands of 5-star reviews. There's also personal tarot readings that I offer, and there's also intention items which have thousands of 5-star reviews, and there's handmade items for, you know, bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, candles, embroidered cards for different intentions. And there's of course the intention rituals like the black magic removal, protection ritual, rituals for love, money, marriage, career, success, attraction, beauty, justice, etc. So we have got also as well the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So actually what's going to happen here, let me just like go kind of rewind a little bit. 5 of Wands here shows a lot of chaos because you won't be budging, which I think is great. You will not be running, begging, pleading, chasing after them. And if you do, then it changes the course of things. What I'm trying to say is that the advice that Tarot here is giving is you do not need to go running, begging, pleading, chasing after them, emotionally begging them to be with you. Because when you don't do that and you have that self-respect and that value within yourself, it makes them feel uncomfortable. They now then don't think that you are wrapped around their fingers. That makes them get off their own pedestal and actually come to you with proper energy, right? They come to you making time, making plans, actually doing something. Whereas if you're going begging, pleading, chasing, they'll always get used to you doing that, and then they won't ever do it much towards you, right? So basically they will then come and chase you out of fear. Literally, they will chase you out of fear because they will then think that, wait a second, you're not running after me like I thought you would. It makes them want to then be with you. You know, justice here, sort of like this energy of karma, right? Like they'll start to realize like, oh, maybe I'm feeling a bit too comfortable in this situation. And then they will want to move things along, progress things with you. King and Queen of Pentacles is that counterpart energy. They will come to you, they will try to make things work, they will be scared that you are giving up and moving on, and that's not something that they want. Justice shows them putting things into action, putting things into balance, and allowing things to happen. Chaos, chaos, chaos. But do not beg, do not plead, do not chase. That is the affirmation of your reading. Really, say it to yourself. I will not beg, I will not plead, I will not chase. Comment it down below. That's the affirmation of your reading. If this resonates with you or if you claim it, please, 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 please. Say, do. Okay? Message cards from them, I don't understand. Yeah, they really don't understand themselves. Like I mentioned, many of them can be under magic as well. I feel like many of them are under, you know, black magic, so they don't understand why they act in this particular way. But we do, right? So this completely makes sense. Like they don't understand, you know, what's going on here. I can't talk to you right now. Again, we understand why they can't. They're just making decisions and choices that are very unlike themselves. I need to hold back my true feelings for you. Okay. Well, again, we know why, right? Toxic people, magic, and also friends, family members, people that they are around who are not like good for them, right? So there they are in their suppressing mode, very unlike themselves, but there we go. So this is your reading. If this resonates with you, don't forget to like and comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon. All information is in the description box, and I also have TikTok and Instagram. I post your readings on there every day. Moonlight.guidance on Instagram. Moonlight Guidance on TikTok. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye, everyone.